Hello, Podcaster here again, and we are back for episode 137. And we are having an energy crisis of sorts. So it turns out that the reactor can't quite keep up with, or can barely keep up with, the idle draw of the base. I think it can, but there is some. I think this might actually be trying to heat up. So if we shut that down, let's throw these away in here for now. We'll have to allow some power to build up, if possible. Is going to try to charge these. So, as you might know, these lights have a small constant draw, and I have quite a few of them around my base to keep it lit and mob-free. I also have this computer over here, which just shut down because it ran out of power. I had a complete choke on the power because I was charging my energy pack, which, since this didn't have any power in it, it drew all the output from the reactor. This is enabled, but the generator has run out of fuel, so that is not doing anything. So I presume that once some of these lights have refill their buffers, these will start charging again, hopefully. Now, I want to solve this crisis, and the way I'm going to focus on doing that first is upgrading the coolant processing down in the reactor. As I mentioned, putting in steam turbines, or steam boilers and turbines, will allow me to squeeze more power out of the hot coolant than I am right now using the heat exchanger and into the Stirling generator. The second way, if that should turn out to not be enough, is to put more cells at a time in the reactor. Currently I have 4 cells, or 2 double cells, in the reactor. Putting more cells in will produce more power per tick, or second, over time, than putting fewer cells in, of course. So I might either add a 3rd double cell, or upgrade, or switch up to 2 quad cells. But that might actually produce too much heat for the reactor to be safe. So we'll have to see about that. Now, upgrading or constructing the turbines and the boiler and such is going to require a lot more iron. I've run a mining cycle with Serene, and I did mine up some iron, which I have used to make something. Oops, stupid lag. Okay, so in here we have a teleporter, which we're going to make like that. We have an MFE, which we're going to make like that. We have 2 miners that I've made, and an advanced machine casing. And these are going to combine into an advanced miner. Now it seems that I need 2 more advanced alloy. I have 1. Heavy steel plate. So I do have 3 iron plates. Now these might not work because I don't think they are in the ore dictionary. But hopefully they will be enough to make some compressed or some alloy, advanced alloy, mixed metal ingots. That's what they're called. I don't think I can melt these down again. I can't. I can use them to make steel, but only in a blast furnace. So I need to find something I can turn into... Actually, we did have some iron dust here. No. I put it in this chest here. Since it is an emergency, I can smelt 3 of these to get the iron I need. I will lose a little bit of bonus materials from doing this, of course, because I'm skipping the final processing step, but we'll have to suffer that loss, I'm afraid, because I don't want to wait for the power supply to build up enough to start up the thermal centrifuge. So once we have this final piece, we will have our advanced miner. Now the advanced miner, it contains a teleporter for a reason. What it does, it's kind of like a quarry, sort of. But instead of digging away everything, though it can do that if you want, you can specify. You can either whitelist or blacklist blocks, and it will slowly scan through the area underneath it, and it will only extract the blocks that it is allowed to, and it will leave everything else, and it essentially teleports the blocks you want to the surface. So we are going to need a chest, and then we are going to head outside, because I definitely don't want to do this too close to my base, because there are buildings underground that I don't want to dig up. So I'm going to head out and go a little bit away in some direction, and we are going to plonk this down. I'm going to use my energy pack. Dang it, Enderman. Stupid block leaving things probably grab that out of there. Cactus are black again. I don't know what causes that. This seems to be running. As you can see, I have changed the recipe of the fertilizer now, so you get a lot less of it from these recipes. I don't know why cacti are black. It's really weird. Might be a lighting thing. But let's go off in this direction. Now, the advanced miner uses a lot of power, understandably, because it's very powerful. The advantage of it, of course, is that it only affects the blocks you want and leaves everything else. So you don't need to dig up a ton of dirt and stone to get to the good stuff, the ores. If you don't want it to. So I think over here should be fine. Now I have no way of knowing what is in the ground. So we're just going to have to put it down and hope that there is something good underneath here. Now the range is determined by the scanner you use it with. So it's going to use, in this case, the OD scanner, which is the tier 1 version, you could say. There's a tier 2, the OV scanner, which has a greater range, which I probably should upgrade to at some point or make another one. The reason I'm still on using the OD scanner is because it's the mining area of Serene is adapted to this scanner, of course. But we're going to put that in there. And now we have two modes. We have the blacklist and the whitelist mode. We also have a silk touch mode, where for things like redstone and diamonds, with the silk touch mode it will retrieve the ore block as it is, instead of breaking it, of course, but it will use more power instead. Now you can see that the miner is at Y level 63. So it starts at the mine at the level just underneath the miner itself, and it will go through the layers one by one. So it will start at the top layer in the far corner, depending on the scanner, and then it will go through the blocks one by one at a certain speed, and then it will, once it has scanned an entire level, it will go down one and continue so on. You can see in this readout where it is. So we are going to take the energy pack, and this should be charging that, and you can see that it starts scanning. Now I believe you can also see that it has turned red here, or green. I think, yes. So redstone signal will pause the miner. We can see that we have gotten some dirt blocks. Now we don't want dirt blocks, so we're going to add a dirt block to the black list. Now I'm not sure where it started. We have negative 7x and 3c. Let's take this out. We'll clear the variable name. So if we highlight this, we can see what position it is at. So if we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and then it was 3Z. So we can see where it is. So it should be here. Maybe it's underneath. Oh, here it is. Okay, so we can see that it started digging out blocks here. Should have gotten some cobblestone too, I think. So it's dumped most of the power inside of it, it seems. So it has quite a large buffer. Probably above 4 million, because it contains an MFE. So I guess it has the same capacity. Now we're getting cobblestone. We don't want that either. So we'll add that to the buffer. Now I would assume that scanning a block costs less than actually teleporting it. Okay, that's fine. We'll take these and just throw them away. I wonder where this light comes from. Oh. I did not mean to throw my crafting away. Okay, so you got some wood. Oak wood. So I guess it's doing things over here. Perhaps. Oh, hello, pig. Actually, I'm not sure where it got that wood from. No idea. Because I'm pretty sure it will only dig under itself. It can't go above its own level. Since the miner is at level 64, so you can see that it's gone down too. Sand we don't want to dig up either, so we'll add that. Then just restart it to be sure it acknowledges our choice. So we should be able to... Well, not leave this here exactly, I don't think. It would be outside of... You can see that it has snatched some blocks away from here. It looks like. It's probably where it got the sand. And a dirt block, apparently. So... let's retrieve these again. Ow. Put that there. You can go away. It looks like the power is going to last a while. Now we're also going to have to add things like the limestone, the different limestone types, and other things like that. And probably gravel. I thought I saw some gravel. Yes. We'll take this and preemptively add this to the blacklist so it doesn't dig up any of that. Let's put these in here for now. We can probably plant a couple of trees here. just to be rid of those saplings. So yeah, that's pretty much what it does. It'll just scan in this area. Now I think the range of this, I think it was a 6 block radius, if I recall correctly. Or was it 8? I don't quite remember. That's fine. Actually, we can probably put these back here to fill this in a bit. Don't really need those blocks anyway. It can be there. I don't. Actually, feels like it belongs over here. Let's put that there. Kind of wish there was a way to highlight where it is. I wonder if this can interact with open computers. I might have to test that in creative. Oh, hello, Apple. Apples are kind of hard to come by. We have clay. I don't mind that. It can dig up clay if it wants to. It's fine. It must have found that on the under the water somewhere. I don't think I have anything that makes clay spawn underground. So, but yeah, I'm going to head back to my base with this apple to freeze it because I don't want it to rot away. Yeah, I think the new farm is working. I'm pretty sure. Might have to check the signals downstairs. And here we are coming back to the laggy base. Getting about 6 or 10 FPS right now. Let's take a tortilla. Can eat that. Cover some food before I start to starve. Let's check the lights. We have some power. Let's go down and check on the power levels. We are going to probably not see a lot of power in here. Okay, so this has started recuperating. What was that? Huh. Which is good. Then this will fill up, and then finally this. So we are producing more power than we are using right now, which is good. We are going to have to build up a backlog of power, or a buffer of power, before I can reactivate this. Because it has quite a drain. I would like to increase the output so that I can run the ore processing. Right. We're going to check on storage over here. So that is on. That means that the farm should be running. Still I think there's 14 cactus in here before, which is nice. So it means that we are producing um, cactus slowly, which is fine since I don't use a whole lot of it. So let's head back to the miner, see how it's doing, if it's found anything new. So, but yeah, so I'm going to keep the miner running after this episode ends, and I will have to keep recharging it using the energy pack, of course. And it is going to slowly dig up stuff from under here. I might also want to look into getting a better scanner for it, so that I can it's digging up gravel. I'm not sure why. I think it goes by the drops and not the silk touch method, unless you put it in silk touch mode, I guess. We already have some iron ore, which is nice. We're going to need plenty more of that. Still have what looks like more than 25% power left. Hello, creeper. Come over here so I can kill you. This we don't want. Throw that in there before it takes up too much. Hello. That could have gone badly. Lead. Poor tin. That's fine. Don't really have a huge need for more tin, but whatever. If I wanted to, I could have it ignore things that I just don't need, I guess. But I'm not one to say no to more stuff, really. I don't think it costs that much. Oh, and the miner, of course, is going to dig down to level 1, to Y level 1, if given enough power. You can also restart it. Pressing this button here will reset the Y level and the X and Z to the starting position. So if you want to remove something from, say I wanted to dig up all of the dirt here, I could remove it from the blacklist and then restart it, and it would get all the dirt it can from the area. I don't want to do that, obviously, but that is how you would do it. So, yeah. So, we have run out of time. So, I'm going to end the episode here. And I'm going to keep this thing running for as long as I can. I'm going to keep giving it power. I probably don't want to give it too much, because when I break it, it is of course going to lose any stored power. Which is a big concern when you have something, when it stores 4 million energy units inside of it, which is what I'll potentially lose once I break it. So I might want to be careful with that. Potentially have a power supply next to it and only give it a little power at a time. So only keep a small amount in it at a time, similar to the boiler fueling system I set up, I suppose. It'd probably work pretty well. So it'd have a few hundred energy units or so in it at a time. Right. These roots. I thought I saw some iron ore, which I'm always keeping an eye out for. But yeah, so in the next episode we'll see if the miner is done, if I don't run out of power, which I don't, since I have the reactor and plenty of fuel for it, so it'll just take time. And then we'll see what it found, and we'll try to process it. Again, power issues. And then we'll see where we'll go from there. So the current plan is to try to get going with the railway, because we will probably find more oil sources while working on the railway, and I can then create offshoots and set up oil pumps. I'll probably start using Railcraft pumps from now on, because they are a lot better with clearing out flowing blocks. And so with that, I will see you in the next episode.